Hey everybody, my name is Keir Hansen, and I'm the Communications Director for a nonprofit group called Random Tuesday Incorporated. We're a 501c3 organization that's dedicated to creating global communities and harnessing the power of fandom to inspire individuals to better themselves and the world around them. We do that in large part through a program we call Fanthropy, Fandom Philanthropy. So today, we're going to talk a bit about how we, the geeks of the world, are going to change the world. It starts with us, but it goes a long, long way beyond ourselves and our doors. Fandom is a powerful concept. It can excite millions of people around a single idea. It can gather thousands of them together when it's safe to do so. It can evoke strong emotions, build long-lasting relationships, and inspire incredible creativity. But can something artistically created actually change us, or the everyday world around us? Actually, yeah. We know that it can. We're fortunate enough to see it happen every single day. We've seen the power of fandom change and reshape and improve life on a local, regional, national, and even a global scale. We've watched tens of thousands of people around the planet channel their love of books and films and television series, music, and more into positive action. The unusual thing is, they did it while improving their health, and it didn't even involve training for a coalition of superheroes or anything. But let's back up for a minute. You've probably seen some mention lately about virtual fitness and virtual runs, even right here for the AwesomeCon event. We've got a couple hundred people doing a virtual 5K fun run right now, earning this sweet bling. That event even has the added benefit of supporting the nonprofit groups who were attending the convention as part of the Fanthropy floor. So what's it all about? Well, let's start with what a virtual run is, and go from there. What exactly is a virtual run anyway? Good question. A virtual run is an activity that you do where, how, and when you want. You choose the location, outdoors or indoors, on the road, the track, a trail, or a treadmill. You pick the pace, walk the distance, jog it, run it, or even swim, cycle, or dance, any way you want to do it. You decide when is best, morning, afternoon, evening, on any day, or across multiple days if you want. Virtual runs take away all the barriers so you can get moving. So how exactly does a virtual run work, and how do you participate in one? When you see an event online that catches your interest, you can sign up in minutes from any desktop or handheld device. Once you're registered, go get moving. There's no time limit and no need to track or submit your progress. A few weeks later, congratulations! Your shiny finisher's medal will show up as a reward for your hard work. Each unique fandom-based medal is a permanent reminder of your personal awesomosity. Now you see that the process is easy, but why exactly should you do a virtual run? Well, right off the top, you're doing something great for your personal health and fitness. We want you around for a long time. When you run with us, you're virtually joining a community of other participants in over 60 countries around the world. And you're doing something good for the world itself too, as a portion of proceeds from every event go to amazing nonprofit charity partners. That's positive change, powered by fans like you and us. See, this is where fandom meets philanthropy, and we call that Fanthropy. We're the Fanthropy running clubs, and we're changing the world, 1 mile at a time. So basically, you sign up for a virtual fitness event like the AwesomeCon Fun Run, and you complete your 5K distance however, wherever, and whenever you like. The medal shows up, and you share the heck out of it on social media. We call those sweaty selfies. And a portion of the proceeds go to support a handful of AwesomeCon sponsored charity groups. Now that's a win-win. because you're doing something great for your personal health and fitness, and you're also doing good for those nonprofits. But why is this even something that we would want to do? I mean, we love our books, and shows, and movies, and games, and so on, but, working out? Are you sure you're really talking to the right crowd? Well, actually...
Our goal is to motivate geeks to be more physically active. Why? Because, geeks are notoriously sedentary. Let's think about it. All of those awesome geeky things you like to do, whether it's making a cosplay costume or binge watching a show or reading books or playing video games, being on the internet, all that involves sitting down. This is a geeky activity that you can do that involves movement. And that's what we're trying to do. Motivate communities of fans, geeks like you, to be more physically active while still pursuing and loving all of those passions and fandoms that you enjoy so much.
There's a greater tie-in to geeks than just the motivation to walk or jog or run. There's the philanthropy side of it too. Because when you think about it, changing the world is something that we're perfect candidates for.
I've always said that geeks make the best philanthropists because geeks believe that a better world is possible. They reject the negativity and all of the bad things that they see in this world, and they say, no, I believe a better world is possible because I've read about it in these books. I've seen it in these movies or these TV shows that I love so much. I want a world that has magic. I want a world where it's possible that a little blue box could show up on my front yard and someone could whisk me away and help me save the universe. That'd be great. Or just that there would be magic or whatever these things are possible. But geeks are willing to put forth the effort to make these worlds possible, to make this world better, whether it's helping to cure diseases or to save animals, to help people throughout the world. And geeks really are the best philanthropists. And that's why we combine fandom and philanthropy and have created Fanthropy. So we're all Fanthropists now, and that's a good thing.
We've met a lot of nonprofit groups who channel their love of fandom into positive action. The Harry Potter Alliance taps into the world of witchcraft and wizardry to promote literacy and all sorts of social activism. The 501st Legion is world famous for making huge contributions to children's health charities and volunteer initiatives through incredible galactic cosplay. Magic Wheelchair united costumers and prop builders all over the country and the world to design eye-popping wheelchair builds that make these kids the stars of the convention floor. Transfiguring Adoption uses lessons learned from the adventures at Hogwarts. Transfiguring Adoption uses lessons learned from the adventures at Hogwarts to advise, guide, and support adoptive and foster parents and their kids. And the list goes on. We've even been really fortunate ourselves to work with a number of these.
Random Tuesday it's all about fandom, and we have created a concept that we call Fanthropy. It's fandom plus philanthropy, and so we're the first Fantropic organization. Actually, we're only the first one to use that term. There are other Fantropic organizations in the world, organizations that take the power of fandom and apply it to make something amazing in the world. And we have lots of Fantropic friends. The 501st Legion, which uses Star Wars cosplay to help children in hospitals. The Harry Potter Alliance, which uses the Harry Potter fandom to turn geeks into activists. You have Transfiguring Adoption and the Protego Foundation. They use the Harry Potter fandom to make the world a better place. You've got Random Acts that uses the power of the supernatural fandom to conduct random acts of kindness all over the world. There's lots of Fanthropic organizations out there that are helping fans embrace their passions to make the world a better place. And we are thrilled to call those organizations our friends.
Our fandoms are everything to us here at Random Tuesday. That's the nonprofit that runs Fanthropy. These fandoms are not only the theme of what we do, they're the catalyst for all the things that we accomplish. So when we hold these virtual events and people around the world sign up to participate, they're making donations to world-changing nonprofits. So here's how that breaks down. Every dollar you invest in Random Tuesday's Fanthropy events matters because 100% of your donation supports nonprofit organizations. At the start, your participation supports RTI's nonprofit mission to create global communities and harness the power of fandom to inspire individuals to better themselves and the world around them. Once RTI covers the implementation of that mission, facilities, staff, shipping resources, and of course the medals, and after the event closes, RTI sends a portion of the medal and shirt sales directly to the charity partner. As event registrations go up, so does the percentage of proceeds that goes to the charity partner. The more registrations, the faster the operating needs are met and the greater percentage to the partner. But that's not the only donation they receive. Our Racery benefit events in the fall result in another amount, and yet another during our year-end celebration events. By supporting Random Tuesday and nearly a dozen charity partners each year, when you sign up for a Fanthropy virtual run, you're literally changing the world, 1 mile at a time. We know that there's a lot of power here, because in the last 6 years, we've run over 100 of these virtual fitness events, and the tens of thousands of people who have participated have logged tens of millions of miles for their own health. And since each of our events has had a charity partner who gets a donation from the proceeds, those events have allowed us to donate over $2.5 million to over 60 nonprofits around the world. This is a huge force for good, and it's all built on the inspiration and the motivation that people get from the fandoms that they love.
So our story begins in the summer of 2013 when Dawn got a phone call from one of her cousins inviting her to be in a half marathon.
I did, yep, and I said no.
But then she said yes.
I did.
And decided to do it anyway.
Badgered into it.
And so it ended up becoming a whole family reunion kind of thing in Florida. And so we all went down to support Dawn and her cousins, all these wonderful women going out to do a half marathon. And I had no interest whatsoever in running any kind of distance. But there at the finish line, I saw the excitement, I saw the energy, and I saw the very large piece of bling that Dawn had received for completing her half marathon.
He was jealous.
And I was super jelly. And I decided to get into running myself. And 3 days later, I ran my first 10K.
Yeah, jerk. He didn't even train. I think he was wearing jeans.
I was wearing jeans. And I did it in less than an hour. So apparently I had some skills and I kind of liked it. And so started training for my first half marathon, which I did in January of 2014. And shortly after that, we were doing a whole series of half marathons.
Way too many.
We kind of caught the bug.
Yeah. Well, he caught the bug. I was just tagging along.
But she still did a bunch, and we decided we wanted to start raising money for charity. We did the normal sponsorship model of, soliciting our funds from our friends and family and coworkers, and soon realized that most of them, almost all of them, really cheap.
Yeah.
And we didn't raise much in the way of money.
I won, though.
She did raise more than I did,
him.
but still not that much.
They like me better.
Yeah. But around the same time, a friend of mine from college introduced me to the concept of virtual running. And it was a different fandom than what we've got here, but I looked around at what am I interested in? Well, the answer was Harry Potter. And I'm sure that someone had already started some kind of Harry Potter themed virtual run, but they hadn't. And so Hogwarts Running Club was born.
I thought he was nuts.
She did. March 6th, 2014, without any fanfare or hope of success, we launched Hogwarts Running Club on Facebook. And 32 people signed up for the very first event. And I dreamed of a day where maybe like 100 people would sign up for an event. Maybe even 500 people would sign up for an event. Now 6,000 people sign up for each one of our events. And it's incredible.
It's using fandom to inspire philanthropy, and we call that Fanthropy. You tie that all into virtual fitness, and you've got the Fanthropy running clubs. But really, running? I mean, not all of us are runners. And we had just said that people could walk or jog or swim, a lot of things besides run. So why call it that?
I know a lot of people see running club, whether it's Potterhead Running Club or Whovian Running Club or Fandom Running Club, the Fanthropy running clubs, and they go, wow, that's nice, I don't run. Well, that's fine, you don't have to. These are virtual, so you can do them any way, anywhere, anyhow you want. You can walk, you can run, bike, swim, sashay, meander, cha-cha, gallivant, frolic, flounce, flounder, fossy, trudge, carry on, carry over, carry grant. Wait, no, that's not right. Regardless, you can do it any way you want. We call it a running club because that's something people have heard of. You're used to that term. You've heard of your local running club. But we're really all about forward movement. And we didn't want to call ourselves a forward movement club because that just sounds weird. So we call ourselves running clubs. But again, it's just a name. You can do your events any way, anywhere you want. If you want to walk a half mile a day until you've done it for 6-ish days and have done a 5K, great. You want to do it all in one go? That's fine too. It's always your race, your pace, at your place.
So we're conquering some big obstacles here. If you're not a runner, do it your way. Takes too long? Break it up over a few sessions. Not really motivated? Earn some sweet, sweet bling connected to your fandom passions. But let's be honest, things are really scary in the world right now. And the last thing we want to do is go to a gym, well, they're all closed anyway, or some organized running event, which are all canceled or postponed. So if you ask us, that makes the idea of stay in, work out all the more beneficial during this tough time.
Everyone is talking about the benefits of virtual events during the time of coronavirus, because we're all social distancing, we're self-isolating, we're in quarantine, and we're stuck within our homes or just within our backyards or just to our very local area. We're not able to go places and do things like we would normally do. And so people are like, oh, virtual events, this is this new great idea. Well, the fact is that we were virtual before it was cool. The reality is that virtual runs, you can do them whenever, wherever, however you want. So it's good now during the time of coronavirus, but it also works in the middle of winter or in the height of summer when it's really hot in certain places of the country or cold in certain places of the country or certain parts of the world. We're global. So we're in Australia, right, where we're coming into winter in Australia, whereas we're coming into the summer here in North America. So virtuals are great wherever, whenever, and however you want to do them. So while it is beneficial in the time of coronavirus, virtuals are good all the time.
We're getting tens of thousands of people to create a big global community around fan interests to do some good for their health and fitness, and in the process, help make the world better. But is it really bettering the world? Really? I mean, really?
Random Tuesday and its Fanthropy running clubs, Potterhead Running Club, Whovian Running Club, Chilton Running Club, and Fandom Running Club have been around for several years. We started in 2014. We added some of the clubs over time. But since 2014, our communities of geeks have logged over 15 million miles for their own physical fitness while raising $2.5 million, more than $2.5 million for more than 60 small direct impact charities all over the world. And we've made some real accomplishments, significant, substantial accomplishments in the real world. It's not magic, it's not mythical, it's very, very real. We helped put 39 legs on amputees through the Limbs for Life Foundation. We've helped provide hundreds of counseling sessions for people suffering from suicidal ideation and self-harm with To Write Love on Her Arms. We've helped build rescue facilities for reptiles in Illinois, for bobcats in Florida, for aquatic birds in California. We helped build a sloth rescue in northern Costa Rica. We helped provide fencing and other materials for Goats of Anarchy in New Jersey that rescues special needs goats. So if you love animals, man, we've done a lot of that. And we cured a disease. In 2016, one of our events, the Fantastic Beast 5K, supported the Sabin Vaccine Institute and their N7 program, and we fully funded the inoculation of more than 300,000 men, women, and children in French Guiana against elephantiasis. And it is a horrible, debilitating disease that we created basically a herd immunity by inoculating 300,000 people in that country and hence wiping out that disease. So these communities of geeks have really made a difference in the world 1 mile at a time.
Geek out, get fit, save the world. It's what Fanthropy is all about. Hey, thanks so much to AwesomeCon for giving us the opportunity to talk with everyone today. You can find more about our virtual running clubs on all the major social media platforms and over online at fanthropy.org. We hope you all stay safe, stay home, and stay awesome.